What's up guys, C2113 here, and today we're going to be unboxing the Artlii HD home projector. Alrighty guys, as you know, I previously did an unboxing and overview review of the Artlii mini pocket projector. Click above to see that video. Now I was then contacted by Artlii and they said, hey, we saw your video and we're wondering if you want to check out our newest product, an HD home theater projector. And so, I told them, hey, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on it, that. And they said, yeah, no worries. So they went ahead and told me to check this thing out. So we're going to be looking at their HD home theater projector. Now, there isn't actually a whole lot of info on the Amazon page, which I will leave linked below, in terms of the resolution. There is in terms of the lumens and the performance and the ultimate maximum screen size and that sort of thing. But the box is a little tricky to get on. These flaps, there's no tape, but these flaps are fighting me, so I'm just going to use my knife to get them open. Okay. Again, very simple box here, not very complicated. It's just got Artlii, your home theater, and it's got a picture of the projector. This thing is available currently, by the way, for $210. So this top section, we'll take a quick look at that. I believe you've got your cables in here. So you've got an HDMI cable, that's nice. You got your power cable. I believe this has an internal power adapter, so there is no need for an external power brick. You've got your remote, and in here you've got your component cables here, and you've also got your installation screws and instructions and your instruction manual, because again, this is usable. This is designed to be a home theater projector as well as a standalone portable projector that you can carry with you. So obviously not super portable because it's designed to be a permanent fixture. But of course you could pull this out for, weekend movies in the backyard and still put it away. But it is also designed to be mounted. So all of this looks really good. Again, I always love internal power supplies in this particular situation because you don't have to worry about that power brick. But let's go ahead and look at the main attraction here, which is the projector. Go ahead and pull this thing out. Now, again, like I said, there isn't any info on the Amazon page, but I do believe that the actual resolution on this thing is 720p. Could be wrong, but we're gonna take a look at that. Now, this projector also is extremely bright. This is, I believe it's 3,500 lumens. Very impressive number, especially if you're trying to get some home theater performance. Brightness is very important for overall image quality. Now obviously you're going to want to use this in a dark room. That's true with any projector. But having that extra amount of brightness really does help in terms of getting a larger picture, because even if you've got a really dark room, if you're going to be mounting the projector very far back to get a large image, a large overall picture, having a brighter emitter for your projector is very important. So here we are. Here is the Artlii projector. You see the lens there. There you go. So on the back here, you've got all your ports. As you can see there, you've got two HDMIs, you've got two USBs, you've got your VGA, you've got headphone out, you get your audio out, and you've got your AV in, power switch right here, and your power supply wall socket. You can see here the month of manufacture. Was that, yeah, okay. The month and the day. So this was January 18th manufacture date. So this has got a total of 170 watts of power supply, power draw. This works on both 100 and 100 volts to 240, so this will work in the US as well in Europe if you get an adapter. And there you go. There's your IR receiver. Here are all your buttons. You have up, down, side to side, power, all that stuff. And you've got your focus right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look at what's included here. a little bit more detail. Obviously you got your power adapter. Now this is a pretty decent cable. Nothing wrong with this thing here. You can see good size on this cable, none of that chintzy stuff. And of course, like I said, because the power supply is built in, it goes straight in. And I'm just making a quick observation here. You do have stereo speakers, as you see. There's one on this side, and you've got another speaker grill here. Now, obviously, with any of these things, I still recommend you get an actual speaker system because it's just better. You can only put such good speakers in something this small before it gets outpaced by a dedicated surround sound system. So if you're going to be using this again, you know, like with any theater system, a projector or an actual display, a home theater actual dedicated sound system is going to be better than anything in here. That being said, it is very nice that stereo speakers are included. Now he's got a nice remote here. I'm not sure if batteries are included. We're going to take a look. But again, like with their smaller projector, I'm very happy to report that these are real buttons, not those little foil covered buttons. And so these are very, very pleasant to press. The overall remote is pretty lightweight, which is good. There are no batteries in here, but again, it's just two AAAs, so nothing crazy. Everyone should have some of those in their house. But very nice buttons, and as you can see, plenty of buttons. I mean, you can do every single function on here, so that makes life really easy. I like that. And you've got your AV cable here. So here you go. You've got your screw installation instructions on how you would attach the projector mount. So that's good to know. I'm going to put that back in here actually, in case I end up wanting to do that. I see here we also have a spare fuse. And see, this is very nice. And I believe if we look on the back here, let's not lose that fuse here. Take a look. I believe the fuse is probably going to go under here. So if you can see right here, I'm willing to bet that that's where the fuse goes. But again, this is nice because what this means is that the fuse is easily replaceable. Otherwise, they wouldn't include this. And I really like that because, again, there's a lot of cheaper projectors out there, or even equal price projectors, that have an internal fuse and that require you to tear the entire thing apart to replace it. And, you know, while you're not expecting to ever blow the fuse, if it ever does happen, if it's a super in-depth deal to try to get to the fuse, for a lot of people, that basically just turns their projector into a paperweight, and they don't want to deal with it, and they'll just toss it out. So I really like that Artlii has engineered in the ability to change out a fuse, because it seems like a simple thing, but when you've got an expensive piece of hardware, especially something mounted up high on your setup, the last thing you want to do is have to do an in-depth teardown just to change, I keep dropping it, just to change something as simple as a fuse. Another thing, this projector has two easily removable built-in filters to keep the overall internal optics clean. You've got one back here, because again, this thing's got a robust cooling system. So you've got one filter here, okay? And then you've got another filter right here in the front, as you can see there. So again, the fact that these are easily removable makes my life a lot simpler, and it's just a lot better because, again, dust is going to get in. That's a fact of life with anything with a fan. Having these filters be present and also easily accessible is great. And again, you have to remember this thing is only $200, $210. You've got your adjustable foot right here to give you a little bit of a ledge here to give you a little bit of an angle depending on if you're going to be using this on a table. But with that being said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this thing plugged in and powered up, and we're going to point this thing at the ceiling like I did last time, or better yet, we're going to point this thing at the wall behind the camera, and we're going to see just how well it works. Okay guys, so I've got everything squared up on the wall, and as you can see, it looks pretty great. Now unfortunately, I've been playing with the settings with the camera. It's not going to look as good as it looks in person, but can I just say that this is the stock settings out of the box, and she looks great. In addition, I didn't mention this before, but not only do you have focus adjustment, you also have keystone adjustment. And what keystone adjustment really does is allows you to change the angle at which the image is projected depending on where you have the projector mounted or angled. So for example, I have this set up on a box on top of a stool right now just to get this to work, but it's facing up a little bit, and so the image was a little bit crooked. But here's what happens when you use the keystone adjustment. You can see that the image angle changes, and this of course allows you to have a much wider range of mounting options for the projector in order to get you the best setup. So depending on where in your room you want to mount the projector, you know, you might not be able to get it straight on with the wall, especially obviously if it's up high. Now if it's sitting on a table and you're just going to project it that way, obviously it's going to be fine. But if it's hanging from your ceiling, you're going to want to have that keystone adjustment, otherwise the image is going to look crooked. So this is a great feature for sure. Now I'm going to play just a segment of my video just to avoid copyright, but this is my the last video that I did on that Austrian lighter, and I'm just going to play it so you can hear. Now it's obviously running right now, so you can hear the fan, but again, this is a home theater projector, so brightness is a big thing, so all that brightness does produce a decent amount of heat. So I'm going to play it so you can hear the speakers and just see the image quality and how crisp things really are. And you can see the focus, it's real easy to adjust here. I'm going to make sure I get this dialed in as good as I can, just to give the most honest take on things. Now obviously this isn't the best camera that I use to film this video, so here we go. That I have double or even triple the amount of quote-unquote standby time as opposed to a Zippo. So whereas with a Zippo, I find that after about a week and a half, depending on if I'm carrying it in my pocket or in a holster or something like that, it'll begin to dry out, okay, to the point where it won't light anymore. Whereas with this lighter, even in my pocket, which is with warmer temperature, which it will speed up evaporation, Now, I don't know about you, but overall this is a great experience. Now, I will say the speakers aren't the most amazing in the world, but again, you can't pack the most amazing speakers into a package of this size. It's just not possible. So given the size of this projector and the amazing price point, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the speakers. Now, another thing that I need to mention is that it's not really totally dark in this room. Although I do have most of the lights off, I've got a light on in the corner, as well as the blinds are letting in tons of the daylight. And yet, the image is very, very crisp. And I like this because, again, I'm just going back to the original Artlii mini pocket projector. Now that thing, it's great, it's small, it's portable, and it's really inexpensive. But the problem, of course, is, number one, low resolution, and number two, it's just very, very dim. It's just a fact of life. Now with this thing, if you're setting up a home theater, I assure you're going to have no problems with brightness and with clarity. I mean, it's great. And we're going to go over real quick some of the functions of your remote here. Now, on your remote, you can see, hopefully, see if I can bring this in close enough. You've got your audio, your info, you've got zoom, you've got play, pause, fast forward, rewind, and your select buttons here. Now, briefly, I just want to go over a couple of them here. Now, here you go, you've got your audio. So again, the IR receiver is in the front of the projector, so I'm going to point it there. You've got standard, music. So this is basically your digital sound profile here. We'll leave that at standard, but this allows you to adjust that. Basically adjust your equalizer. If we hit OK, it just gives you the current setup here. We're getting a 1080p signal at 60 Hertz. Now if you hit play and pause, as you can see, it's not going to do anything because, again, I'm running this HDMI from my computer. But if you were running in a media source through USB, you would be able to easily get that to play and pause right from here. Now again, if you hit this USB button, it's going to go directly to the USB source. Now since I don't have anything plugged in USB wise, there's nothing here. But I don't know if you recognize this, but this is a pretty familiar format. This is the same format as the Artlii mini pocket projector, and it's a great system, user interface to access everything from a media source. And in this case, you know, it would be USB. Now if we go back here, another option, of course, is this button right here that says flip. Now flip basically allows you to flip the image. It's exactly what it sounds like. And as you can see, there it is. And again, this is super useful. If you end up hanging the projector upside down. You can see it's actually a mirror image here. So this allows you to flip it in all different orientations, and that's really great, again, because you don't know how you're going to mount this. So that really speaks to the versatility of this thing, again, for only 210 bucks. Now also, all of these things here, I don't know if you can see that, you've got a subtitle button, you've got your subtitle button, you've got your audio control, you've got play, pause, your USB, you've got your info, and you've also got a mute button right here at the very top. We're going to go ahead and go to the adjustment settings, as you can see here. So you can adjust your picture, color temperature, your aspect ratio, and you've got noise reduction. Again, these are some of the similar settings that we've seen on the original Artlii projector, the little mini pocket projector. You've also got your sound. You can set that to a different balance if you want, so to bias it more to the right or left. You've got your timer to shut off automatically. This is useful if you have a home theater setup and you decide that you want it to auto shut off when you're done watching something. You can go here to your options and you can do your software updates, which is good that they provide that option. I think you're gonna have to plug in USB though. I don't think this thing has any wireless capability. Now, if we go here into your picture mode, you have all these different adjustments. So of course you've got presets here, and then you can set them yourself. As you can see here, your sharpness, your color, your brightness, all that stuff. Now, you can see here I'm changing that. Now, I'm gonna leave it at the standard for now, but again, this is a big thing. It gives you plenty of customizability in terms of the image quality, and I really do like that a lot. Because a lot of these projectors you'll get, you just end up having no customizability, and you know the factory settings aren't great and all of that. So this is really, really good. Now let me just change the source back to our monitor here. You can also do that with the buttons here. I'm going to do that right now. As you can see here, just cycle to HDMI. There you go. Now, in conclusion, I just have to say, for only $210, I am thoroughly impressed with this thing. The image quality is quite nice. Now, I can't be 100% sure because, again, I don't really remember seeing anything on the page saying exactly what this was, but if I was going to venture to say, I would say this is about a 720p resolution, max true resolution. But of course, it can receive signals over 1080p. So, I'm very impressed with this. I'm going to leave the link in the description. I can wholeheartedly say that I can recommend this product because I was so impressed with their pocket projector, and I was like, well, what could they do if they added, I don't know, $100 or so to the price? And they've done that here. They added $150 or so to the price, and man, is this thing a lot more projector for $150. Obviously, you're not going to be putting this in your backpack, but this is a great option if you're trying to get a nice projector-based home theater setup, but you're not trying to break the bank. You're trying to spend more money on speakers and other things, and you're not trying to break the bank with your projector. This is going to give you a very nice option for some casual but amazing watching that's also HD. And I really do, again, like the customizability, and overall the picture quality is very, very good. Again, you will not expect this type of image quality for $210. So, again, I'm going to leave the link in the description. I'm super impressed with this thing. Shout out, thanks to the guys at Artlii for helping out with this video. As always, very happy to work with you guys. Again, I was so impressed with your pocket projector, so I'm really happy you guys gave me a chance to take a look at this amazing projector. If you guys like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about this projector, leave it below. If you like me to do an update after I've had this thing for a little while too, let me know in the comments. I want to know that for sure. And if you want to see more great content, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys.